Thanks for watching CBS 8 Plus and welcome to this Throwback special. I'm Carlo Cicchetto. Here at CBS 8, we've been a part of San Diego for more than 7 decades. We've really seen San Diego grow up, and we've had the chance to cover many memorable moments. In this Throwback special, we turn to the CBS 8 archives for a look back at famous musicians who performed in San Diego throughout the 90s. And when you think about the 90s, the first name that comes to mind is probably Frank Sinatra. Okay, I'm kidding, but Old Blue Eyes was still going strong as we entered the last decade of the last century. He was 75 when he hit the stage at the San Diego Sports Arena for his Diamond Jubilee Tour in early 1991.
I traveled each and every high.
Frank Sinatra is on a Diamond Jubilee World Tour. He's also celebrating his 75th birthday this year. And tonight, his San Diego fans are glad to be a part of it.
He has style and phrasing, and you can hear what he says. And the music is the music that we danced to as teenagers and on through the years.
He can get you going with New York, New York, and then he can bring out one of his ballads and just send you completely away.
When Frank sings, people listen, all kind of people.
Much more I didn't.
I think this is the lure of Frank Sinatra. Everybody from 10 years old to 80 can identify with Frank.
All my life, he's the one performer I've dreamed of seeing because I love his music. At up to $41 a ticket, Frank Sinatra is still hot property. But is it his music or is it those blue eyes?
No, I just love Frank and I love his voice, but the blue eyes, I didn't even know he had blue eyes until I read it in the paper.
Whether you're into the blue eyes or not, if you're a Sinatra fan, you have a favorite song that hits the spot.
My Way, because I guess it's something we all wish we could do it our way, but very few of us can.
Tonight, Frank Sinatra did it his way again.
That record shows I took the blows and did it
M.G. Perez, News 8 at the Sports Arena.
From the chairman of the board to the guy who writes the songs, Barry Manilow played along the harbor on June 17, 1993 on his Greatest Hits and Then Some tour. It was his birthday, and he had such a great time playing for fans young and old that he came back on the same tour more than a year later. Graham Ledger, a big fan I'm told, was fortunate enough to catch both the shows.
Is it a miracle? What is it that continues to make Barry Manilow so appealing to so many people for so long?
I'm nuts about him.
I just can relate to his music, and I think it's really pretty, and just enjoy it.
What makes Barry Manilow so special?
You know why? Because you can listen to his music, and you can escape from anything.
I'll put on the old 45.
There it is, the official kiss picture.
How does he kiss?
Great.
What is it about Barry Manilow that packs him in, young and old?
December 14, 1973.
What brings a 19-year-old to a concert like this? You should be watching Guns N' Roses.
I don't like Guns N' Roses. I like Barry.
I'm only in San Diego for the week, so I said, if I'm here for a week and Barry Manilow is going to be here, I have to see it.
22 years old, you're here at a concert. What if your friends see you here?
I know, I live from New York, so I know I'm far enough away.
Fabulous.
Okay, Barry, what is it about you and your songs?
I think these songs have a history now for everyone. Whether you like them or not. I never wanted to be trendy. I never wanted to be the new guy on the block. I always wanted to make music that would outlive me.
Maybe the old songs will bring back the old times.
It's his birthday, and we're very excited, and we don't want to tell his age, but we know.
47.
Oh, okay.
Favorite song?
Copacabana.
A weekend in New England, looks like we made it through the rain.
Copacabana?
Yeah, like that too.
I sing for you.
To one another But I love San Diego. I love the area.
In fact, Barry Manilow loves it so much, he's back. In a disposable world of one-hit wonders, it's a miracle Barry Manilow has persevered, but he has.
I love to make music the best. This particular tour is called the Greatest Hits Tour and Then Some. And that means that we are singing all of the hits that I have been so fortunate to have recorded. The And Then Some is all the surprises that from the films that I've been doing, from the Copacabana show that opened in England last year, and from the Big Band album that just came out.
An album that's already struck gold thanks to his fans who have remained faithful.
He's my favorite performer. He's the best.
How far have you gone for Barry Manilow?
I've been to Canada.
What is it about Barry Manilow that makes him so attractive to so many people for so long?
I think it's the great rapport he has with the audience.
You want him to marry you?
No. No. He picked someone out of the audience to sing a song with him, to sing Can't Smile, and there's quite a competition to get picked, and people make signs, and they jump up and down, and they have strategies for this.
And you've come 3,000 miles for this.
Exactly.
And maybe the old songs will bring back the old times.
This is his second appearance in San Diego in just 18 months.
In June, right on my birthday, and we haven't stopped. Actually, we've been doing one-nighters and all around the world for off and on for 2 years.
He's 48 years old now, but he's not about to give up writing the songs.
No, I'm not tired after 2 years on the road. I don't think I should stop, but I think I have to. I mean, I've got so much more music to create, so I'm stopping.
Barry's 79 now, but still playing, if you can believe it. You can catch him at his residency at the Westgate in Las Vegas. In 1991, the Parrot Heads were squawking at the old Aztec Bowl on the SDSU campus. Jimmy Buffett brought his laid-back vibe and good time music out for the start of a big tour. And our Tim Flannery, your former San Diego Padre, sat down with Jimmy for Tim's segment called Good News on News 8.
Land sharks are circling. Parrot heads have been sighted. Volcanoes are smoking and tiki torches are lit. That can only mean two things. Don Ho is loose in OB, or Jimmy Buffett's back in town.
Feeding frenzy in San Diego tonight.
Breathe easy, San Diego. It's Jimmy. Back to start his world tour in a place that's close to his heart.
Yeah, it's a real easy place. Besides having years of hanging out here and knowing where to go, knowing where to eat, knowing the good bars, and knowing the beaches and being able to run around like I want to, everyth's very convenient here.
Jimmy's been touring for over 22 years, playing and singing songs that have his fan club of Parrot Heads still flocking in record numbers to hear him. He's been preparing for this tour for months, and though there have been some changes in the format of the show, it's good to know you can still hear some of your favorites.
I don't even know where we are.
I just went back and got things that I thought would be pleasing to the Parrot Heads to hear. and we put a little more polish on them. It's a little more Broadway, it's a little more theatrical, but it's still Jimmy Buffett.
Jimmy writes songs of places he's been and of people he's met. One song he sings, called I Heard I Was in Town, is a true story of a young musician a long time ago, coming to grips with stardom.
I came back to Key West, you know, and I saw bad airbrushed T-shirts of me on the streets with my name spelled wrong, you know, and then I realized, like it or not, I'd become a commodity in my hometown.
Jimmy Buffett is in town, and Friday night plays to a sellout at Aztec Bowl. Jimmy Buffett's had quite a few summers of rent-a-cars and westbound trains in his 22-year career. Tonight he starts another one right here in San Diego. And for Jimmy, even though a lot of things have stayed the same over the years, he has had some changes in attitudes.
I went through the phase when I wrote the songs that now, with all the personal experience, I was doing a lot of the things. I mean, I rocked and I had a roaring time for a good many years, and I don't apologize for it and I don't regret it, but I don't do it anymore. And I wouldn't advocate it to people. I was a lucky boy to get through a lot of this stuff.
Jimmy still rocks now. Don't think when you go to a Jimmy Buffett show you're not going to have fun, but at 44 years old and a veteran of the business, he's learned what it takes to stay on top and where his priorities are.
I'm more into watching my daughter grow up now, or the challenges that are ahead to keep a viable career and defy the odds, which I do.
Jimmy's not only defying odds in the music industry, he's getting rave reviews as a writer. He's been working on a new book about the life of a seaplane pilot. This comes on the heels of his first successful novel, which is called Tales from Margaritaville. He knows how far he's come.
It took a nun with 2 rulers, you know, a lot of spankings to get 2 pages of notes out of me in high school. Now I'm sitting here potentially looking at a 400 or 500 page book, and it's amazing to me that I can produce that.
Looking back at my hard luck days, I really do have to laugh.
Jimmy's always been stereotyped as a beach bum who'd much rather drink a margarita than anything else. But behind the music, there's a man who's concerned about much more. And if he could, would change a few things.
I would concentrate on teaching kids to read as opposed to anything else at an early age, because no matter where they come from, no matter what economic background, reading to me excites the imagination, and if you're not born with a silver spoon in your mouth, it certainly gives you an insight into what's out there, because if you don't read, you're lost. And the other thing I'd do is I'd make anybody that was an elected official who was going to Washington, I'd make them walk by the Vietnam Memorial every day on the way to work before they decided to send people to war, and think about it from the standpoint of what they're affecting.
Jimmy's been affected by all he's seen and learned through the years, and you can tell he's got a lot more on his mind these days than just getting a cheeseburger in paradise. Tim Flannery, News 8, Symphony Hall.
Buffett is still touring. In fact, his May 6th concert will be the first ever played at Snapdragon Stadium, so that SDSU connection lives on. There was no bigger deal in music in 1992 than Guns N' Roses. They released not 1 but 2 albums at the same time, Use Your Illusion 1 and 2. But it could be rough to be a fan, as Chris Saunders found out. It was midnight by the time the band hit the stage at the Sports Arena for a 3-hour show early in the year.
When Guns N' Roses took the stage at the Sports Arena for their sold-out show last night, it was close to midnight. By the time they finished, it was close to 3, but no one seemed to mind.
Rock and roll for late at night, not for early at night. I mean, I don't mind waiting.
Looks like it will be a sellout by showtime. You don't want to miss this. This is going to be a big concert.
All the way, Axel!
Yes, Axel!
Sell out tonight, baby!
And today, people were lined up at the Sports Arena box office hoping to get the last few seats behind the stage. You just gotta go, huh?
You just got it. It's a must.
Lead singer Axl Rose is rock's reigning bad boy. Guns N' Roses concerts are famous for trouble and famous for keeping the fans waiting.
I guess I didn't get out till 3 last night, huh? It's okay, I slept until noon.
If they do, I probably wouldn't mind, because I hear the shows are like 3 hours when they play, so it's probably worth it.
When you're the hottest act in rock, you can get away with anything.
You almost get the feeling seeing them in concert like they're one of those comets that are just like burning really bright right now. But it's hard to think that this band is going to, continue. It's just so volatile.
And San Diego police will have a command post there again tonight to make sure it doesn't get too volatile. Chris Saunders, News 8, the Sports Arena.
They were volatile, and they split up. They had a rough time for a few years, but they got back together. Tours in recent years have been excellent, and I've been to a couple, and I can tell you they hit the stage on time now. It's nice. Okay, along with Guns N' Roses, Metallica was one of the biggest acts of the 90s, both true monsters of rock. Axl Rose and company came back to San Diego as part of a co-headliner tour with Metallica that hit Jack Murphy Stadium in late September of 1992. But their opening act made headlines of his own. Ice-T, with his metal band Body Count, caused some controversy with his decision to play his song Cop Killer. Maria Solis was there.
Rapper Ice-T was the first to take center stage, and he didn't hesitate to let police know what he thinks of them. Ice-T held up what he said was a letter from the Police Officers Association asking him not to perform his song Cop Killer.
He stuffed the letter down his pants and started wiping himself with it or something.
What do you think about that?
I think it's kind of rude.
While some considered it vulgar, others believed Ice-T had every right to go against the request.
Freedom of speech, or whatever. I mean, I ain't into killing cops. I just come here to listen to music, so, it doesn't bother me.
An official with the Police Officers Association called the incident unfortunate and said it proves Ice-T is anti-police, even though he claims not to be. Second on stage, Metallica. The group's heavy metal tunes rock the stadium and the crowd.
It's incredible. It's a sweaty one, and it's really wild. It is so good.
It's excellent. Most excellent concert I've been to.
What makes it so great?
Metallica rocks.
Not everyone was having a good time. By 7:30, police and security officers had taken about 50 people into custody.
Some drunks, underage drinking, stuff like that.
The San Diego Police Department had originally planned to have 80 officers cover this concert, but because of problems with Guns N' Roses concerts in the past, that number was up to 210.
We're staffed pretty well.
Between the police department and an army of private security companies, there were 1,400 people on hand to take care of problems. By 9 o'clock, the headliner, Guns N' Roses, with lead singer Axl Rose, took the stage. This mega concert ended with a mega performance. Maria Solis, News 8, the stadium.
Pink Floyd got its start in the 60s and had seen big changes by the time 1994 came around. David Gilmour had become the leader of the band, and things were coming to an end. They were on tour supporting their new release, The Division Bell, and it would turn out to be Pink Floyd's last tour. The 51,000 fans that packed Jack Murphy Stadium didn't know it, but they were taking a bit of rock and roll history.
Into the distance.
They've been around a long time, outlasting some of the more popular bands. Pink Floyd has something that draws a crowd. In a matter of minutes, the biggest stadiums in the country sell out for Pink Floyd concerts.
51,000 fans packed Jack Murphy Stadium, fans of all ages, some who have been with the band since the beginning, 30 years ago.
It has some soul and blues and rhythm, and it just... it's a deep down kind of music.
I've been around since like 69. I remember them then, I remember them now. I'm like 38 now, and I'm younger now than I've ever been in my life.
The Pink Floyd fan is unlike any other, drawing fans from generations gone by. some from another world.
What better band to bring in the new and take out the old than Pink Floyd? Not the dark side of the moon, from the light side of the moon.
Above the clouds, I see my shadow fly.
Despite losing 2 of its 4 original members, Pink Floyd today is still going strong, growing in popularity and claiming younger new fans and keeping the old.
I wouldn't say I'm a total follower of the band, but you know, their music's good, and I've been listening to it for a while, so.
They're tremendous performers. I love them. I wouldn't miss this for anything.
Is that really what you
Next up for Pink Floyd, the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, where 140,000 fans with tickets are anxiously awaiting 2 shows. Robin Mangren, News 8, Jack Murphy Stadium.
Pink Floyd may not have known they were saying goodbye, but the Judds sure did. In June of 1991, the mother-daughter duo was on their farewell tour. Naomi Judd wanted to step away from the spotlight at the age of 44. Their tour brought them to what was then Naval Air Station Miramar, where 25,000 fans were there to say goodbye. And they brought along a young superstar, some guy by the name of Garth Brooks.
A sellout crowd of 25,000 raced to find the best spot on the concrete to witness the farewell tour of the Judds. Part of this money from the concert will benefit the needs of Navy families. Flanked by Navy F-14 fighter jets, it's an impressive backdrop for the powerful mother-daughter duo.
They're so sweet and nice. They just give a personality that's just so great.
They sing family songs and songs that relate to everybody and their family, and I like that.
I like their singing. They're really good. I love them.
Garth, we love you! Naomi, we're gonna miss you!
And fans also love country superstar Garth Brooks, who also shares the bill with the famous duo. Brooks himself has praise for the Judds.
If, say, country music was a Christmas tree, the Judds would bring another ornament to it. They have brought another side to country music, the mother-daughter thing.
The sentimental favorite of the night, Naomi and Wynonna Judd. For Mom, chronic hepatitis is forcing her into early retirement. It's the 8th month of the farewell tour, and some say it's one of the longest farewells ever. But as one person put it, it's nice the two can say goodbye to as many fans as they can. Marianne Cushi, News 8, Miramar.
Sadly, Naomi Judd took her life in April of 2022, just a day before she was going to be inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame. All right, back in 1980, one of the biggest acts in rock, the Eagles, broke up. They were so tired of each other that when someone asked drummer and singer Don Henley when the band would play together again, he said, quote, "When hell freezes over." Well, things cooled off, and the band's reunion tour in 1994 was a massive hit. Larry Himmel was there, and the show gave him a peaceful, easy feeling.
It looked more like the crowd you'd expect to see at a Chargers game. Testimony that the Eagles' music spans generations.
This is my daughter, my second daughter, and Susan.
So you're actually going to a concert with your mom?
Yep. Yeah.
And music you can all like?
Yeah. Everybody.
Generation X was ready to rock out with the Woodstock generation.
Last concert I went to was an Eagles concert 16 years ago.
The concert tour marks the first time the Eagles have played together in 14 years.
We wouldn't have remembered the concert
14 years ago, but now...
Now, hey, we're mellow.
Well, you can tell we're a little bit older. We used to be younger then. It was wilder.
We both want to marry Don Henley, that's why we're here.
The reunion tour was named When Hell Freezes Over, because when the band broke up, members said that's when they'd play together again.
All these older bands are coming back to life and really doing, you know, us justice, coming back one more time, you know.
One spell of could lead them, rising
Once the Eagles took the stage, there was no generation gap. Time stood still. What was old was new again.
There's a new kid in town. I don't wanna hear it. There's a new kid in town. I don't wanna hear it.
Larry Himmel, News 8, the stadium.
There's a new kid in town.
The Rolling Stones' Bridges to Babylon tour hit Qualcomm Stadium in 1998. They'd already played in San Diego a few times over the decades. Some of the fans were getting older, but they weren't any less excited about seeing Mick and the boys. In fact, not even rain could dampen their spirits.
But hey, it's the Stones.
What is it that drives you out in the rain like this?
My husband said when the tickets go on sale, buy them. I don't care what, buy them. And it's fun.
It's the Rolling Stones. They're the best. They're the oldest.
What is it about him?
Forever.
What is it about him that you like?
It's Mick. He's the king. Him and Charlie Watts.
I'm 37 years old. I've grown up with them, and it's like I've got to be there, rain or shine.
Yeah, they're a great band.
My parents went to the Rolling Stones concert in '84, and I was 14, and I was really pissed that I didn't get to go.
Mom vacuuming in the house in the 1960s with the old 8-track playing, jamming with Mick and the Stones!
How long have you been listening to him?
Since
You don't have to answer that.
Oh, okay, good. I'm glad.
A long time?
Oh, yeah, a long time.
And they'd still be touring more than 2 decades later. Wild. Thank you so much for watching this Throwback special. To see more throwbacks like this on CBS 8+, click on the News tab at the top of the screen. I'm Carlo Cicchetto. We'll see you next time.